Everything big, oh you fancy, huh?
Girls, let me see your hands. Wave them at them bitches hating on you with their friends. Girl, you got it.
Okay, this is my third time recording this, and I keep coming back looking different. So far, I set my eyebrows with my Derma Blend loose setting powder in the color Warm Saffron. That's why my eyebrows look like that. I set my eyebrows be sweating. It's the summertime. My eyebrows be sweating. And I also trim my eyebrows with this utensil. Okay, I'm about to try to do this again. So, jeez Louise, please. So yeah, like I was saying, y'all know I don't do makeup. And once again, like I said in the previous clip, my makeup be kept in the gallon-sized bag, so everything in here is dirty. I got the CeraVe moisturizing cream for normal to dry skin because I got eczema, I got psoriasis, I be dry. So here it is. Okay. All right. I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't got nowhere to be. Hopefully this come out. Yeah, I ain't got nowhere to go. I ain't got nowhere to be. My homegirl wanted me to do my makeup and tell this particular story. She's so messy because, baby, you was there when you wasn't there in person, but you was there in text when it was going on. But anyway, so story time about how I kicked my ex motherfucking air conditioner in. So I'm going to take my Wet n Wild it's just a Wet n Wild eyebrow pencil. I got it from Walmart. It's the brown color. They only got brown and black. It's the brown color. So it's about how I kicked my cousin, not my cousin, child, me and my cousin kicked my ex-boyfriend's, but boyfriend at the time, air conditioner in. Or at least try to. So this is the same ex from the my ex caught me hunching allegedly story time. Okay, this is the same ex. What the fuck? Okay, what the hell? Okay. Child. Hopefully nothing else failed. Jeez Louise, like. Okay, so yeah. We tried to kick his air conditioner in on Father's Day. So, Father's Day is typically after my birthday, on my birthday. It's never before. So this year, it was 2021. My ex took me to St. Thomas for my birthday. Right? Okay. So that springtime, me and him are both Geminis, right? Okay. So that springtime, one second. So that springtime, before his birthday, in April, I was depressed. My son was 1, so would it still be postpartum? I don't know. But I was just really depressed. So, here came his birthday in May. I was coming around. My depression wasn't as severe, but you know, I was willing to. Just a little backstory. I was willing to make the best of it and not be like a party pooper, like a little deadbeat downer, because it's your birthday, right? Okay. So, also, I'm about to take this LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Almond for under my eyebrows. Oh, it's upside down. Ooh, child. For under my eyebrows. If I can keep this up, I won't do pictures on the screen. Okay, well, that one's not working. I have 2, so I'm not tricking you guys with anything. Okay. This is what I mean. I'm not no beauty guru child. I'm over here popping the tops on my concealer Oh, all my brushes are from Amazon, so I can't. Oh, I gave my friend a wish list, and she got me these for Christmas, so I can try to find them and link the link of the brushes in the bio. But oh, I'm trying. What am I stuck on? Okay, there we go. So we went to Puerto Rico for his birthday. I took him. I paid for the trip. It was no problem. So, I was trying to make the best of his birthday, despite me previously, you know, despite me previously just being depressed. Still trying to make the best of his birthday. He was being a little bitch on his birthday trip. He was being rude to the waiters and stuff like that, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, fast forward to my birthday trip. We go to St. Thomas. I had a really nice time. I would definitely go back. So yeah, coming back from St. Thomas, I know that he works. Like, he doesn't have any I said any girlfriends, honey child. Like, he doesn't have a girlfriend. You know, that's how he works. Why he works like that, I don't know. But I was getting PTSD from my childhood because that's how my dad works. He still works like that to this day. I'm going to take, this is a Real Techniques beauty blender. So my dad still works like that to this day. So I was getting PTSD because I knew once we came back from this trip, he was going to be a workaholic, right? Okay, so my grandmother, she's good for having cookouts on holidays, Father's Day, Mother's Day, 4th of July, all those freaking holidays, she does cookouts on. So I asked him, I'm like, hey, what are you doing for Father's Day? Because this would be our first Father's Day together. So I'm like, hey, what are you doing for Father's Day? Like, are you going to have your daughter? I'm like, you know, like, are you going to have her? He's like, oh no, she's going to be with her mom. I'm not doing anything. Why? So I'm like, oh, my grandma is having a cookout to honor the dads, and she invited you. So he's like, okay, great, I'll be there, blah blah blah. So I'm like, okay, I'm like, okay, well, it starts at this time. Are you gonna meet us there, or are you gonna come and pick me up and I ride with you and we ride there? So he's like, oh no. One second, y'all. It's this whole time me realizing I got catfish playing in the background. So sorry. So sorry. So he's like, oh no, I'll meet you there. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, since you're gonna meet me there, like, what time do you plan on, you know, showing up? And he's like, I don't know. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're not doing anything for Father's Day, not that we already been recording this for 8 minutes and I only got to my eyebrows. So correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're not doing anything for Father's Day and you get invited to something and I ask you when you're going to show up and you tell me I don't know, I feel like that's a problem. So the cookout's going on and it's going on, and I call him. No answer. So I text him, I'm like, hey, you still want to show up? Like, now my uncles are like, yo, where your dude at? It's Father's Day. Like, you just sitting here. Where your dude at? My uncles is from Philly, and that's how they be talking. So they like, where your dude at? Why your dude ain't here? Like, fuck's going on with him? And I'm like, I'm trying to call him. I don't know. So then I text him. I'm like, hey, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's like, everybody's asking me. Okay, this is my Maybelline. Yes, my Maybelline Fit Me foundation in the color 360, normal to oily. Cause I told y'all I be a greasy bitch. Okay. So yeah, they're like, yo, like, where your dude at? Like, fuck's going on? You just sitting here and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know where he is. I'm trying to figure that out myself. I don't know. So I finally get through to this man. And this man, hold on. So I get through to this man. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm with, we're going to call his brother Beans. He's like, oh, I'm with Beans. I'm like, I thought you were coming here. He's like, oh, I am. Beans just wanted me to go somewhere with him. So I'm like, okay, but once again, how long are you going to be? Because now it's people asking me where you at. And I feel like this is embarrassing because I invited you somewhere. I told people that you were coming. And you're not here. So he's like, oh, I don't know. I'll be there soon. At this point, y'all, it's like 6 o'clock, right? My grandma cookout started at 3. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So I go on Instagram. Oh, right now I'm just, I don't even want to say concealing the top of my eyebrows because it's foundation, but I'm concealing the top of my eyebrows. But anyway, so at this point, I go on Instagram, right? Okay. Good old motherfucking Instagram. I go on Instagram. And Christopher, because that's the name we used in the last story. Christopher is at a pool party. A pool party. Let me put foundation on my nose. Christopher is at a pool party with Beans. Now, one would say, Ariane, why are you so mad at that? And let me explain to you why. When I tell y'all Beans, let me look in this mirror. Beans had no respect whatsoever for me and Christopher's relationship, right? No respect whatsoever. When they would go out, now one thing about me, I'm not holding my man hostage. You want to go out? Go out. Be respectful. Because you know you got a girlfriend. These bitches don't know you got a girlfriend. You know you got a girlfriend. And I don't date ugly niggas. So I know a bitch gonna try to come on to you. Right? Okay. What Beans would do when they would go out is Beans would ask Christopher to play wingman for him. I don't like how yellow this light is making me look. Whatever, let's carry on. Beans would ask Christopher to play wingman for him, right? Fucking wrong. Beans would ask Christopher to play wingman for him, and would have Christopher, or try to get Christopher. At this point, Christopher probably could have been talking to these bitches. I don't know. Anyway, all I know is Beans would try to get Christopher to talk to, like, the girl's friend that he wanted or whatever the case may be. Like when they would be out at the bar, like at the lounges and stuff, he would try to get Christopher to talk to whatever girl it was at the time friend. So when I saw that Christopher was at a pool party with Beans, I'm like, for one, you said you don't even celebrate Father's Day, so what are you even doing? And I'm like, for two, you're with Beans? Really? You're with Beans? Like that's what we doing right now? You're with Beans? So he like, man, I'm having a good time. You always want to argue. So I'm like, okay, when are you? This is my e.l.f. hydrating camo concealer in Rich Ebony. I use this to contour. So I'm like, okay, at this point, I just want to know when you're coming to this cookout, if you're ever going to come. If you're not going to come, like, you could just be honest and say, hey, I'm not coming. If you are going to come, then, I'd like to know when you're coming. because right now I look like a plum fucking fool. Like a plum fucking fool. So he just kept saying, oh, I'ma be there. And I'm like, okay. So it got to a point where it's going on 9 o'clock. So I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? He's like, oh, okay, so I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Concealer again, but this color is porcelain. Trust the process. So I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm changing my clothes. And I'm like, changing your clothes to do what? And he's like, come to the cookout. I'm like, bro, the fucking cookout is over. Like, the cookout is over. At this point, everybody who was drinking done stopped drinking. The food is being put up. Like, motherfuckers is packing their to-go place. Like, at this point, we just sitting around just, like, vibing. Honestly, that's what we're doing. Like, it's not even no need for you to show up. Like, if you show up right now, you're really going to embarrass me. So I'm like, so you're home? And he's like, I'm changing my clothes. And I'm like, so are you home? He's like, I'm changing my clothes. I'm like, okay. I'm asking, are you home for a reason? Because while I'm in Philly, I might as well just stop by and see you. Because clearly this is going to be the only way I'm going to see you, buddy. So I'm taking my... I'm dabbing this concealer on a piece of paper to do stuff that I need to do. I'm taking my LA concealer again in almond to conceal my nose. Anyway, so he didn't want to tell me if he was home. But I'm not a dummy. I'm not a fucking dummy, okay? One thing I'm not is a dummy. Listen. One thing I'm not is a dummy, okay? Oh, child, almost forgot to contour my forehead. I knew something looked a little naked. So, one thing I'm not is a dummy. And what you're not about to do is sit here and play these fucking mind games with me. Either you're home or you're not home, okay? So, I said to my cousin, I said, you want to go somewhere with me? She said, where we going? This is the same cousin that called me during that one story time. Y'all gonna learn to realize, oh, this is also the same cousin of my uncle who passed daughter, and today is his birthday, so happy birthday. But yeah, y'all gonna learn that me and her are, you know, like partners in crime. And baby, we're honestly, we shouldn't be around each other. But I'm like, you wanna go somewhere with me? She's like, where are we going? I'm like, we're gonna go see if Christopher home, because I keep asking if Christopher was home. Okay, at this point, somebody don't want me to tell this story. Somebody don't want me to tell this story, okay? Somebody don't want me to tell this story. And in a second, I'm not about to finish it. So, we had like 50-11 mishaps happen. So, I'm like, you want to take a trip with me? She's like, where are we going? I'm like, we're finna go see if Christopher is home, because I'm asking him if he's home. He never showed up to the cookout. You know, I feel dumb. Like, I feel stupid. Like, I look dumb. Like, I really look dumb right now, and I don't like that. So she's like, there we go. So she's like, oh yeah, I forgot he was supposed to show up. Come on. So I'm like, okay. So we take a ride from Southwest Philly. A Uber ride. We take an Uber ride from Southwest Philly to West Philly. Okay. Would I ever do this again? Sure the fuck would, bitch. You not gonna play with me. So, we get there and I walks around the block. Bean's car was there. Christopher's car was there. Okay, so now you're just not texting me back. Y'all both in this house. Y'all playing with me. Y'all really playing with me. And Beans is known for just having anybody and their grandmom all up in their house. Like, Beans is known for it. Beans is good for it. Beans will have anybody in their grandma, literal grandma, up in their house to get his dick wet. Okay? And I'm like, he'll have anybody in their grandma up in his house. He be wanting Christopher to play wingman. Oh, baby, it's bitches in here. You need to get the fuck up in this. Get the fuck up in this house, bitch. Okay, get the fuck up in this house. So, honey, let me contour my face and then we'll continue on with this piece of story. While I'm baking. So give me 1 second, guys. So, how was you guys' day? What time is it? What you call it? Alright. So while I'm baking, we'll do this. So, she like, how we gonna get in here? How we gonna get in here? I'm like, they just put this air conditioner in their window. And, we're gonna kick the piece of wood in. She was like, we gonna do what? I said, we're gonna kick the piece of wood in. Now, I had on this shirt. I had on this shirt this day, honey, and I had on sandals. I think she had on sneakers. So yeah, she had on sneakers. So I'm like, kick the motherfucking door, bitch. Not the door, kick the motherfucking window. So she kicking. My good sis was kicking. She was kicking that motherfucking piece of wood so hard. She was kicking it so hard. And it started flopping. Like, it really started flopping a little bit. So, what you call it? So, he snatched open the door. Apparently, they was in the kitchen. Now, my good sis, she kicked, like, she kicked for, like, a good 5 minutes, okay? She kicked for, like, a good 5 minutes, okay? Before they came to the door. And I'm just like, we could have been robbers. We could have been robbers. And y'all just now coming to the door, like, we could have killed y'all. But anyway, Christopher opens the door. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Bitch, don't ask me shit. What the fuck are you doing? This blush is the She Makeup mineral blush. I'm just mixing all the colors together. So he's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, no, bitch, what the fuck are you doing? The fuck? Don't be asking me no questions. Don't be asking me no questions. So he like, what are you doing? You drawing my neighbors? I'm like, I don't want to fuck with these neighbors, bitch. Let me in this motherfucking house. So I guess in the house, this is my makeup tutorial. This is it. I don't spray with nothing, honey, and then I put my glasses back on and call it a day. I'm tired of stuff falling. So, he like, oh, fucking neighbors. I'm like, bro, fuck you and these fucking neighbors. You don't give a fuck about these motherfucking neighbors, bitch? Cause I don't. So, I come in the house and I'm like, so you couldn't have told me if you was home or not? And he was like, you drawing. He's like, you're drawing. I was gonna come when we're 6 and 10. And I'm like, come when, baby? You finally said something at 9 something. Talk about something. Oh, I'm gonna be on my way. I'm gonna be on my way. Baby, when hell freeze over? Like, come. Like, come on now. Don't play with me. Don't piss me off. Don't do none of that. Don't do none of that. Not with me. Not with me, Bookie. So I go in the house. Beans is standing there in the kitchen looking like the short, fat, black bitch that he is. Old pussy ass hoe. And then I go upstairs because I'm like, if his bitches in here, the bitches is upstairs. So I bust in Christopher room and ain't shit in Christopher room but his goddamn dresser, TV, both his dressers in his bed, in his swim trunks from the day. It's nothing in Christopher's room. Now I don't know what was in Beans' room because I ain't bust up in Beans' room. But as I was going up there, I don't want to say tussling with Christopher. I don't want to say we was tussling, but we was definitely getting into it because who are you talking to? I know who I'm talking to, but who the fuck are you talking to, bitch? Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? Like, I'm really trying. Yeah, but while all this was going on, Beans was downstairs trying to talk to my cousin. My cousin don't want to talk to Beans. They're like the same size. Beans, you bad bitch height. You knew she ain't want to talk to you. You knew she ain't want to fuck with you, Bookie. And yeah, then we broke up after this. And he was like, you need that. First he kept telling me he was going to call the cops. Call the cops, bitch. Call the cops, bitch. I don't give a fuck. Call them. I don't care. He was telling me he was going to call the cops. Call them. Did he call the cops? No. And then he was like, I'm going to take you back to where you came from. I said, okay, well, take me back to my grandma's house. I don't give a fuck. Take me back to my grandma's house. Like, I don't care. I don't have to pay for an Uber from here to my grandma's house. I get a free ride. And I get a free ride from my grandma's house to home, too. So, take me home, bitch. I don't give a fuck. What happened after that? We broke up and then we got back together. Then it was real toxic the rest of that year. It was really toxic, really toxic. We didn't need to be together. We shouldn't have been together past the springtime, to tell you the truth. I'm not even gonna lie. We didn't need to be together past the springtime. But yeah, that is the story time. Y'all like my top? Oh! I was trying to show you my top. I like my top? Okay, I did not know my nips was hard. I'm sorry. I flashed y'all. But yes, that is the story time about how I kicked my ex air conditioner in. I tried to kick it in. My cousin kicked it in. Somebody kicked in the air conditioner. Somebody kicked it in. Try to get it in. But yeah, I'll see y'all. I got something special dropping on Saturday. So yeah, something new to the channel, a new segment. So stay tuned. And yeah, bye guys.